Hey guys, welcome yet again to another Showdown theme team. I'm Mr. Lucky Luke, and today's one, I can't believe I'm actually doing this, but we're actually going to be doing a full SpongeBob team. Yeah, you completely heard me right. You thinking like, what is this? What kind of video did this guy just made? But I actually just wanted to do this for fun because I thought like, I was bored. I felt like I wanted to do something for fun, and for Showdown, I'm trying to look up some interesting mods or trying to find something that it looks interesting, and this is yeah, it's a fun time, just like Gamer said. So yeah, for fun, I decided to want to just see what Pokemon was available, and for once, I found actually a Pokemon that almost similarity for the full SpongeBob characters. So hope you're gonna enjoy this one. So yeah, this one is gonna be a 3 battle thing, and we got an actual fun one. So I hope you guys are gonna enjoy this one while I'm doing the explanation and whole talk. So it's gonna be interesting. So we got first of all Mr. SpongeBob, aka Pikachu, and before you ask why it's at the mouse and not a sponge, well, let me think about it. It's the mouse Pokemon. It eats cheese, similar. Well, it's not cheese as really, but it's kind of like similar to sponge. So sort of get that mixed. But anyways, I'm going for Nuzzle and Play Nice from Mewtwo while he goes for Earthquake, Life Orb, and yeah, unfortunately he goes down after playing nice. But anyways, next one comes in is Mr. Krabs, just for the cash. Mr. Krabs for the cash. Nice, I made that one right now. But anyways, I went for Reversal just to see what else is gonna do. I wanted to actually also activate my Anger Shell ability, try to get my I actually was doing a try to get for a Mr. Crab or a Klawf sweep. Then I'm gonna go for the rest and try to get my health up and eat the chest berry. And then maybe I was like thinking, well, if it goes for another earthquake, it might actually activate my another Anchor Shell. And then went for an Aura Spear. Of course it has happened. Anyways, the next one comes in is Squidward, the Toedscruel. I know it's not really, well, technically that was the only Tentacruel I could find. The original one couldn't be added to the game, unfortunately, so I only could use the Toedscruel one instead of it. So I hope you enjoy this one at least, or at least I understand. But anyways, we gotta use Giga Drain on the imposter, Zarude. And I'm gonna go for the Confuse Ray, kind of similar as the Clarinet. Pretty annoying, pretty confusing, and also have Black Sludge as with the Terra one. So actually, let me in slow mo show this one and explain some of these sets. So this one, or the Toedscruel one, was a let's see here, hold on, I got the wrong one. We got a 120 for physical defense, 136 on the special attack, and the max health. Basically having Supersonic to give them confused, Acro Pressure giving us some stats, Poison Powder for the only poison type move he gets, because it's a squid kind of, and Giga Drain for a bit of energy coverage, and we also have Black Sludge with Terra Poison. Fortunately, that didn't work out, so fortunately that one failed. And then I swapped into my Patrick, which is the Patrick Starfish, aka Mareanie, which fortunately Staryu couldn't be available with this one. But either way, I got creative with the Bitter Malice. That actually kind of sucks because I went for a Stompile, and obviously if you don't know what Stompile, this is pretty much a classic Mareanie set. An Evolite, max special defense, max defense. Impish Nature with 4 for the HP, with Merciless with Terra Rock. So sadly, that crit actually mattered because the next one got a high roll and actually took it out. So next one comes in is Pearl, the Dondozo. Technically, she's a whale and not a what was it called? A catfish. This is based around a catfish, but I had to basically what happened is sorry for the burp. Basically, what happened is she told her cousin or a friend to join in instead of her because they wouldn't allow whales in Showdown. So sadly, her twin friend had to take her place as Pearl. So I went for a Wave Crash and took out the Zoroark, and that goes down. Next one comes in the Zarude, and they're gonna go for the Giga Drain and fortunately take me out. And then I was like, okay, well this is pretty much it. It even got a crit. So much crit has been happening in this Showdown, so pretty sad. But the last one I have is unfortunately Mrs. Puff, and that is the Qwilfish. And I was like, well, this is gonna be pretty annoying because I don't really know what to exactly do with it. Now I might as well explain some of this stuff. So this is a Lychee Berry, Poison Point, Max Attack, Max Health, not Max Health, Max Speed, Max Attack with Adam in Nature. I wish I had Jolly, and it could have. I don't know why I had Jolly in this set. We have Flail, Bar Barrage, Liquidation, and Astonish for the little memes. Lychee Berry is the item, as I said, and Terra Poison for Bar Barrage, or you know, you can change it to for a Ghost for a bit of a fun time coverage. Then comes in a Pelifan Hero form, and I went for a Barrage, and that did a lot of damage actually, even almost halfway take it out. So I was kind of at least happy about that. So now they're gonna go for the competitive Jet Punch set everyone's been using for Pelifan a little bit often. So I mean, at least I'm not running it. Anyways, I went for a Bar Barrage and able to take out the Pelifan. Now the problem I'm wondering is that why they haven't sent in the Koraidon or Zarude yet. At least I thought this was gonna be an easy Zarude or Koraidon KO. Then they're gonna swap into their Flareon, and this is kind of where I expected it. So I went for a Liquidation while they go for the Terra Ghost, and that did almost guaranteed halfway through. Almost they did 17% of HP. And then they're gonna go for the Calm Mind. Like, okay, why would they go for Calm Mind? I mean, I'm not speeding anything. Then I was like, you know what? Let's go for the Astonish and potentially take it out, even live on 17 HP. I took it out with an Astonish Qwilfish, and they went down. And before I knew it, before the next monk comes in, I was kind of confused. But for some reason, they somehow salty forfeited or straight up forfeited for no reason. I got completely confused. I actually don't know what to say. Maybe their Koraidon was running a different set, or the Zarude didn't have much attack to deal with, so maybe they softly forfeited or something. Either way, I don't know what happened in this battle. They didn't even say anything. They just straight up forfeited, and that was the first battle. So I hope you enjoyed that one, and let's jump into the second battle. And this one, this one also was a pretty intense one. So we're gonna be doing the same strat. So we're gonna send in first of all SpongeBob, and we're gonna get versus against Zangoose. Now straight out the bat, I thought I smelled a belly drum substitute strategy, which I straight up saw the substitute, and I already know what this one's gonna be used. So obviously it's a substitute belly drum set. Luckily got paralyzed and all that stuff. But yeah, oh yeah, hold on, I haven't told you the SpongeBob set. Now this is a Focus Sash, Surf, Nozzle, Plain Nice, Grass Knot, Lightning Rod, Max Speed, Max Special Attack, 4 for Defense with Terra Water, powering up that Surf. So luckily I got a crit on that Surf. I don't know if that really mattered, but either way it went down, and I went for Nozzle to just paralyze the Molehold. Now I went for a Plain Ice just to make sure he plays nice and not spamming those naughty, or not naughty, but just that spamming Population Bomb thing, which is pretty gross. Yeah. Population Molehold. Have you ever just seen one of those? I hope they really nerf that move soon enough. Anyways, they're gonna go for another one, and luckily, I'm glad I actually went for a Plain Ice before, because if I didn't, this thing could have probably two-shot me. And unfortunately, in this one, they actually got a triple credit on this one, and I actually got even surprised myself. Also, thanks for the follow. You're just in time for this video. Now, as I said before, Squidward, I went for an Acro Pressure for this for my Squidward, and that did actually a lot of damage. Still got what you're gonna get myself a little bit of a damage roll because the Black Sludge I have, which by the way, Black Sludge at this point is pretty useless. So make sure to understand when you play Sword and Shield or Scarlet Violet, Black Sludge from now on is pretty useless. Anyways, they're gonna go swap into the Hisuian Decidueye. That might give you something hint for next video. And they're gonna get another crit, sadly. So I lost so far 2 months. They lost 2 months, and we're pretty much leading things with an even one. So I'm gonna go for the toxic spikes. And oh wait, hold on, I haven't told the moveset with this one. So Patrick, as I already said, well, let me tell you again. It's Eevees were max defense, max special defense, Ebolite, Miraculous with Terra Rock, Toxic Spice, Stompile, Rest, and Liquidation. So having Toxic Spice on the field, have Rest because he sleeps a lot, Stompile when getting a little bulk, and Liquidation for a bit of attack damage. So they're gonna go for the bulk up / close combat strategy, and I went for Mrs. Puff just to one shot it with a barrage, a bar barrage crit, because that totally crit mattered. So anyways, next one comes in is Mewtwo, and Yeah, I was wondering what this one is going to probably use any specific Psychic type move. But instead of attacking me or using a Psychic type move, they went for a Light Screen and Reflect. Like, this is interesting. Is there like a supportive Mewtwo, I'm guessing? I don't know. Either way, they're going to go for that move, and I'm going to go for the Flail. I thought they're going to be going for some sort of coverage or some sort of move. I'm trying to stall some of the turns in order to, not waste some time. It doesn't matter. Anyways, I went for a Pearl, and they're going to go for the Curse and actually damage themselves. And that's because they were not an Armarouge. They were, in fact, a Zoroark in the disguise. So, I didn't also want to take the risk activating their weakness policy in case they had one, because the Reflect and all that stuff. So, they're going to go for the Dark Pulse, and sadly, the Curse and the Dark Pulse combination with a little bit of a HP remaining Zoroark is actually going to take out not only a Pearl, but also, sadly, going to take itself down. So, I mean, that's a double KO, but I lost Pearl, which is a really strong opponent of mine, and sadly, yeah, she couldn't stay alive so long, so she'll be meeting with Mr. Crab in the Krusty Krab pizza. It's the best pizza for you and me. I'm sorry. But anyways, here comes the Mewtwo. It's going to do the same thing before, go for this little screens, while I'm going to finish it off with a Barb Barrage and take on Mewtwo for the last time. So the last one on the team is their Armarouge, and this is a really interesting one. So I just felt like they're going to probably activate a weakness policy / like weak armor strat. I've already done one of those sweep before, so I already know how this goes. So in case of they did have it, I didn't want to take a risk of, activate their weakness policy. So I used Flail for in case they did have it. So they're going to go for the dual armor cannon, drop the defense by twice. So then I was like, wait, if I just went for my Klawf or Mr. Crab, that would actually be a lot of damage to it. And even with the Reflect on, this one probably will even one-shot it. So I went for a Stone Edge, that did a ton of damage, and actually take out the Armarouge. So the Reflects were pretty useless against the armor cannon's little bulk. And that's pretty much it for the battle. So hope you enjoyed that one, the second battle, and let's jump into the third one. And this one, I don't know if this was a mistake. The opponent actually said they were running a duels team, but I felt like there was a mistake. But I still want to do this battle because this one actually was enjoyable, because I was even trying to get some props to the opponents to try not using a spam team. So anyways, I'm going for Mr. Crab, and I actually was going to try to do a Klawf sweep, but it ended up with switching to a different strat. Now, Klawf, I actually never tell you the strat, or Mr. Crab. This is let me try to slow down a bit more. This is a Rest, Chesto Berry, Angle Shell strategy, Stone Edge, Crab Hammer, and Reversal. Max attack, max speed with Anime Nature, 4 for the HP, and Tear Off of Water for Crab Hammer, more damage roll. And yeah, so this strategy using activating its Angle Shell, use Rest, get so much of the health, or get your health back, and then basically activate your another Angle Shell again, getting yourself like a Shell Smash at the beginning. So essentially it's like getting yourself a Shell Smash once it activate, well, at least activate like 1 or 2. So yeah, but Angle Shell fortunately doesn't activate twice, or activate or getting yourself a +2 on the speed, special attack, or attack. Gives you only a 1+, while it gives you minus on the other defensive negative, basically. But anyways, I swapped myself into my SpongeBob and played nice with the Eevee. Well, it's going to use Shadow Ball. So I lived on 69 HP. Pretty good so far for the turn. And I'm going to finish up with a nuzzling this little Eevee. And it's going to go down and meet up with Leafeon and some of the other friends. So that goes down. And next one comes in is Flareon. So wondering what the strategy we could be using. I was like, what will this do? And they actually had Helping Hand. So this was by far a mistaken team that he used on him. So okay, thank you very much. I guess you'll be a part of the highlights as well. Ignore that. Anyways, so I went for a Surf, and I pretty much see how much damage that would have done. It did pretty decent enough. They didn't do half. It did a 1/3. But they did went for double kick, and then they're gonna go for another Helping Hand. So I don't know, either A, they mistakenly thought a Helping Hand was like a specific status move. It works on singles, But either one, he did that, or he mistakenly brought a team that was meant to be doubles, like I said. So I think I'm going to go for the Grass Knot, showing my other coverage move while it's going to go for Protect. And I went for Nuzzle Force so that I can drop his speed by a little bit. So now they're up to 49 on the HP. And they're going to go for the Double Kick and take out SpongeBob SpongeBob Mouse Pants? I'm about to say Soul Pants. Oh my god, now I made a show, now great. But anyways, that gotta go down, and next one comes in is Squidward, the Toedscruel, or Toedscruel, Scurry, and they're gonna go for another double kick, and so far I haven't seen other moves they learned. I mean, we have so far got Helping Hand, Double Kick, and Protect, so does it only have one move is the question. Who knows? My Black Sludge is still activated, and I missed my Supersonic, sadly. So I'm gonna go for the Giga Drain. It's the only move I got. So I know a lot of people doesn't like healing moves, maybe for me, but I only have that because Black Sludge will just end up gonna end up taking myself out, and that would have been nice. But anyways, it's gonna go for another double kick, and at this point right now, I'm guessing they only have double kick or they only one move on their arsenal. So I went for a Supersonic just to see what else they could have done, but yeah, I ended up missing still, so I'm guessing that's the only move they did have. So I'm gonna go try and get a Confuse Ray maybe, but they got it paralyzed. So I was trying to get that, Supersonic hit, and then I went for Acro Pressure to try to get some sort of status move. Try and get like a special defense, special attack boost, and I got special defense pretty good. And then I went for a Giga Drain, trying to finish it off before I went down. But they're gonna go for the double kick again, and yeah, sadly my Squidward is gonna unfortunately play its last clarinet solo, and unfortunately watch Flaren as it's gonna go down from using one more Giga Drain. It brought the red, and yeah, my car's might as well his car's in the back was doing some sound. Either way, lol. But anyways, they're gonna go for the double kick, and sadly that goes Squidward down. Or Squidward. Which, by the way, a question, people: who's your favorite character of all SpongeBob characters? Mine personally will be probably Patrick, or I mean Gary's pretty cool, but I think maybe Patrick has a little more love into it. I don't know, he just has some more fun and humor into it. Anyways, I went for my Astonished Qwilfish, and that goes down from that. Next comes in is Glaceon, so I was kind of worried that this thing is probably going to have some sort of ice type move, but guess again, it actually did have. I thought it actually was not going to use it, but either way, I went for Astonish just to try and get a flinch. Then they're going to go for the Ice Fang, try and get a flinch / freeze hex maybe, and I went for another Astonish. That's not a real move, but either way. And I got a flinch. Pretty nice. Then I went for a Liquidation, and yes, you guessed again. This time, they finally used Shadow Ball again. So, this is the Sekabon who used Shadow Ball. And I'm going to go for another Astonish, try to get a flinch. While they are, I'm pretty sure they got flinched here. No, they went for a Wish. So, oh yeah, that's right. This is I will remember. So, this point right now, they're going to go have one Mon of their arsenal that has a little bit of a stall, unfortunately, in it. So they actually did have one of them, at least. They can stall up using Wish and Protect strats, which, by the way, if you haven't heard of this, Wish and Protect is pretty much stalling and just, spam your wishes, and pretty much you're trying to lose all your move pool. So I went for Barrage, trying to get Poison, so I don't have to see this thing keep stalling with Wish and all that stuff. So I was getting pretty annoyed, so I was like, you know what, let's swap it into Mr. Crab and maybe finally take this thing out, because I need to get rid of this thing pronto. So the Protect failed, so I have to make sure to give this thing a piece of my Crab Hands. Crab Hands? It's actually called Pincers, but either way. Alright, anyway, so I'm going to go for the Snow Nets. I did a lot of damage. And they're going to go for the Ice Fang, so I actually could take it out with one more, I could take it out with the Crab Hammer and pretty much finish it off, but the Crab Hammer missed, so I actually could have actually get rid of the Glaceon, but that miss caused me to do that miss actually failed me a lot, because I thought for a second when I looked at Crabbear, I was like, wait, was that a Bright Powder Glaceon or something? Because how did I miss? But then after I looked it up, it actually has a 90% accuracy. So sadly, that means that 90% accuracy hit it with that miss, 10% miss, and unfortunately Glaceon did manage to get this Protect and Wish. But one more Stone Age was enough to take out the Glaceon, and that is that. So far, pretty good so far. Next comes in is Espeon, and this thing is pretty good on special defense. I swapped into Qwilfish to see what else it's going to use besides Shadow Ball, and what do you know? It used Shadow Ball. So fortunately, Business Puff is going to go back to her little schoolyard and teach SpongeBob his driving lessons a lot more better than crashing the buildings or something. I don't know. Or I don't even know how much if I even got his license. She's probably a bad teacher. She probably shouldn't let her students have it or something. Either way, so then I gotta swap it to Patrick, and this is pretty funny because this is actually kind of fun to see this because I went for liquidation. I got a special defense drop, or not special, a physical defense drop. They actually used a Shadow Ball. Didn't actually take me out. I went for liquidation, and that did a 1 out of 3rd, and somehow Patrick lived all the Shadow Ball while I was able to finish up with a 3 KO liquidation physical. Patrick or Mareanie was able to 1-shot the 3-shot the Espeon, which is notorious. It's pretty good on the its health and special defense, but not good for its physical defense. But still impressive because its attack is really, really bad. So anyways, next comes in the Umbreon, and yeah, this is gonna be a little bit interesting because now they have 4 mons with like Shadow Ball and stuff. So I went for liquidation, and they're gonna go for the same strat again. So they go for Shadow Ball. I'm guessing the rest of it's also Vaporeon also have Shadow Ball, so we should not be surprised anymore. So far I'm thinking all of his team except for Flareon had Shadow Ball. So that's my guess at least. Anyways, I went for a Crab Hammer with Klawf just to see what else I could have done. And yeah, I went for a Shadow Ball. I actually activated my Anchor Shell ability, so now I'm fully prepared, fired up, and I'm pretty much ready to get my Rest activation and get my full health, and maybe, you know, get that Klawf KO, or the Umbreon KO. But yeah, they go for another Shadow Ball. They did actually pretty decent damage, but however, they got a special defense drop, which sadly might be a cause of a problem. So I went for a Crab Hammer, finally took it out with a crit. I mean, I don't think that crit really mattered. I don't know, maybe it was, but either way, that goes down. And last but not least on the team is Vaporeon. So this is where I did a little bit of a risky play here. So I thought the opponent might have maybe hydration or something, you know, could be potentially. But it mostly only runs a Water Absorb. I kind of wanted just to see what it does, or not does, but if it had or not. But either way, it did have Water Absorb, so I did want to double check before I go down, and it's gonna go down from a Shadow Ball and not actually a Water type. We could have even taken me out with a Water Gun. Yes, a Water Gun, Vaporeon. Surely that's gonna do a lot. But anyways, last but not least is my Dondozo, aka Pearl. I haven't actually told you people the sits, but this is a max health, max attack, 4 for the special defense, quick claw, unnerve, Terra Water, Earthquake, Heavy Slam, Avalanche, and Wave Crash set. And that's pretty much it. So I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go for Wave Crash or Heavy Slam because that didn't do much, and Avalanche would not do anything as well. So the only move I had was only Earthquake. So that is pretty much the only move I got for taking care of the Vaporeon. So all I had to do is rely on those that Quick Claw and make sure the special defense drop wouldn't kick in too much. So I mean, it wouldn't too much worry because I have an Unaware, but that still can be scary in case that's a crit. But anyways, the last Earthquake is going to be activated. I went for Terra Water just to do it for a Terra Lull. And the opponent's going to go for 1 more Protect. And that's pretty much it for the battle of the full SpongeBob team. And I'm actually going to be uploading one more thing. And that is going to be a Pokemon Showdown stream after this one. So once this... oh yeah, also to try to get a double Protect for the loss. And once this one is done, I will see you for tomorrow for another highlight. I might make up another sweep here. I know this sweep was supposed to be after this, the other one. But I decided I wanted to upload it for reasons, in case the ones who haven't seen it. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this today's highlight. And as always, stay lucky out there.